All right, good morning. Here we are. Hello. Let's give you time to find me. It's Thursday. Um, Today is June 24th, and we're in the book of Joshua. Sorry, I was gonna try to tell my daughter to watch for the dogs, but I think we'll be fine. So today's the 24th of June, and we're in chapter 15 of Joshua today. We're going to read the entire chapter. It's going to be a little tedious because there's 121 cities mentioned just in the second portion of this chapter. And something I want you to take note of is that I posted on my timeline today um, a map of what, because I was reading through this and I was thinking, boy, I wish I could see a map of what they're talking about. So I posted a map of what the territories and the divisions would have looked like when they were dividing up their inheritance. So you can kind of get an idea of all the boundary lines that they're talking about here, the borders, the Mediterranean Sea, and all of that, the Dead Sea. And yeah, so I wanted you to be able to see that. Just go on my timeline, and it's right there. Okay, so now we're going to read about Judah's inheritance in the beginning of chapter 15. And we'll get started here. I hope you guys can find me. Okay, there's Caitlin. Yay. That should bring others. If you say good morning, I guess the algorithm pulls other people in. So that's a really good thing to do. All right, here we go. Here's the land allotted to the families of the tribe of Judah. Their territory extended southward to the wilderness of Zin, which belonged to Edom. Their boundary started from the bay at the southern end of the Dead Sea and crossed south of Scorpion Pass, continued to Zin, and went on south of Zadesh Barnea. So I was kind of chuckling when I saw this Scorpion Pass. And again, if you missed it, I posted on my timeline a map of all of this territory so that we could see, you could look at it and see all the boundaries and all the divisions of the tribes and their inheritances. And right there it says Scorpion Pass. There must have been scorpions in that area. That's what I think. Um, all right. Now I'm trying to find where I was. Okay. Then it went past Hezron up to Adar and curved around to Karka, continued to Asmon, and followed the stream on the border of Egypt in a northwesterly direction to the Mediterranean Sea. That is the southern border of all the tribes of Israel. So that's the southern border. And then the Dead Sea formed the eastern border of Judah. So for me, east is this way. That would be the Dead Sea forming the border there, and its territory lay to the west toward the Mediterranean Sea. Their northern border began there and went up to Beth Hoglah and continued north of the ridge overlooking the Jordan Valley. From there it went up to the stone of Bohan, named after Bohan, Reuben's son. The boundary then went up to Debir from the valley of Achor and turned north to Gilgal, which faces Adumminim Pass south of the gorge. It continued along to the waters of En-Shemesh and ended at En-Rogel. Then the boundary ran through the Hinnom Valley along the southern slope of Jabus, now known as Jerusalem. So it used to be called Jabus, but now it's Jerusalem. From there it went to the top of the hill west of the Hinnom Valley at the northern end of the valley of Rephaites. It continued from the top of the mountain to the spring of the waters of Nephtoah, and from there to the town of Mount Ephron, and on to Bela, which today is called Kiriath Jearim. It then turned west from Bela to south to Mount Seir and ran along the northern shoulder of Mount Jearim, that is Kesalon, descended to the city of Beth Shemesh, and crossed to the city of Timnah. You'll see, I think, all of this on the map. The border then went north to the ridge of the city of Ekron, turned towards the city of Shikharon, crossed to Mount Bala, and came out at the city of Jamnia. The border ended at the southern end of the Dead Sea, where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls. The western boundary was the Mediterranean coastline. This was the territory that belonged to the families of the tribe of Judah. It just occurred to me, I wonder if the Dead Sea Scrolls were um, left there during this time. I wonder. Caleb conquers Hebron and Debir. So this is the next section about Caleb. Yahweh had commanded Joshua, give a share of the territory from the tribe of Judah to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So Joshua gave him the city of Hebron, or Hebron. That's what we were talking about yesterday, that we are um, coming into our Hebron. So Joshua gave him the city of Hebron, which was founded by Arba, the ancestor of Anak. Caleb drove out 3 Anakim from Hebron, Sheshkai, Ashiman, and Tamai, descendants of Anak. From Hebron he marched out and fought against the people of Debir, which used to be called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb once promised, whoever succeeds in capturing Kiriath Sefer may marry my daughter Ashsah. So Ashsah was Caleb's daughter, and he's promised her in marriage to whomever can capture this area, Kiriath Sefer. And I'm just looking here. Kiriath Sefer means the city of the book. Debir means oracle or the word of God. The one who conquers the book city and changes it to the word of God will get the daughter of Caleb. Caleb's daughter Ashsah means anklet, and he refers to the beautiful feet of the evangelist in Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news, the gospel of peace. Caleb's nephew, Othniel, the son of his brother Kenaz. So Kenaz is Caleb's brother, and he had a son named Othniel. Othniel means lion of God. This nephew of Caleb took the city. So Caleb gave him the hand of his daughter Ashsah in marriage. And Othniel became the first deliverer or the first judge in the book of Judges. So she married someone that was going to become a judge after he already conquered a land or a city. And I think that was a good match there. One day, Ashsah came and charmed her father so that she could ask him for a gift. When she got down from her donkey, Caleb said to her, "What do you want for a wedding present?" "And father," she replied, "please give me a special gift. You've already given me land, but it's in arid country. Please also give me some springs of water." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs near the city of Hebron, which I think is amazing that she asked for water. So now we're in another section that's the cities of Judah. These are the cities given as an inheritance to the families of the tribe of Judah. And so they're divided into districts. I hope I can read all this. I won't pronounce it all correctly, but you'll get the general gist. We're on page 44. The cities of the first district in the extreme south near the border of Edom included Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kena, Dimnah, Adadah, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Beloth, Hazor, Hadat, Kerioth, Hezron, that is Hazor, Ammon, Shema, Moladah, Hazor Gada, Heshbon, or Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shul, Beersheba, Biziohath, Bela, Eliam, Ezim, Eltolad, Kessel, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmanah, Sanzanah, Lebaoth, Shilhim, Ain, and Rimmon, a total of 29 towns and their villages. And the cities of the second district in the western foothills included Eshtiol, Zorah, Ashna, Zaniah, En-Ganim, Tapua, Enam, Jeruth, Adullam, Soka, Aziah, Sheraim, Adatham, and Gederah, or Gederothaim, 14 towns and their villages. The cities of the third district included Zenan, Hadashna, Medagal-Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktiel, Lazish, Bozoth, Eglon, Caban, Lamas, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth-Dagon, Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 towns and their villages. The cities of the fourth district included Libnah, Ether, Ashnan, Iptah, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Akzib, and Marishah, 9 towns and their villages. All right, now we're in the fifth district, Ekron, with its surrounding settlements and villages. From Ekron westward, all the towns in the vicinity of Ashdod, together with their villages, Ashdod and its surrounding settlements and villages, and Gaza in settlements and villages as far south as the Wadi of Egypt and as far west as the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. The cities of the sixth district in the Judean hills included Shamir, Jeddah, Jeter, Soko, Dana, Kiriath, Sana, that is Deber, Anab, Eshtemoa, Anim, Goshen, Holon, and Gilon, 11 towns and their cities. And then we have the seventh district, Arab, Duma, Ashan, Janim, Beth Tapah, Apakah, Humtah, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron and Zior, 9 towns and their villages. The cities of the eighth district included Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Judah, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 towns and their villages. The cities of the ninth district included Halel, Beth-zur, Gedor, Merath, Bethanon, and Electon, 6 towns and their villages. And the cities of the 10th district included Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 towns and their villages. The desert cities of the 11th district included Beth Araba, Midland, Sekakah, Nibshan, the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 towns and their villages. The people of Judah could not dislodge the Jebusites from Jerusalem, and they live among the people of Judah to this day. So the Jebusites were in Jerusalem. I guess they wouldn't move or leave. I don't really quite understand that, but they were not able to dislodge them from that territory. So uh, it sounds peculiar to me because of all the other conquests. But all right, so that is all of chapter 15. Maybe I'll run across something that will help me with that, and I'll be able to tell you better tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be in chapter 16. Thanks for enduring all those towns and cities and the readings of them with me. I hope you have a blessed day. And I love you, and thank you for coming on with me. All right, bye-bye, everyone.